All right, everyone. Hello. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I wanted to go ahead and get this kicked off. This is your humble host, Current Events, and this is Real Talk, Real People,
To go ahead
as
and
the
get this
sign
kicked off.
says. Definitely don't want there to be echo on that. So, yeah, we're about to really break this down. And people always talk about saving and savings and how to properly utilize the money that we make and the money that we get and all these different things, right? So I'm going to break down, as in the description, this video or stream is going to center around accounting for how much the average person spends on food in any given month, not week, not day. We're talking about month. We'll also look at how much or how to save tons of money with simple meal prep plans under $25. The goal will be to actually get it under $20. But I feel based off once we go through these numbers, $25 will be like a drop in the bucket. You guys will see. And then of course the various benefits to attaining this different and ultra lucrative lifestyle. Okay. Um, as you come in, don't forget to like, comment. Well, you can comment later, but definitely like this video, right? Like this stream, because this is going to be some good information. Definitely some good game for you and everyone you know. Now, given I'm not saying that millennials are bad with money, I think everyone, Americans in general, are bad with money. And not in the aspect of like, you know, we don't know exactly what to do with it, but just our consumption and what we really need to consume. We don't have to become minimalist because that doesn't work for everyone. But I would venture to say it would be very beneficial. But that's not what I'm trying to peddle here today. What I'm trying to peddle is uh, financial like literacy and knowing how to make that dollar stretch. Because as you know, or as you can surmise, things are going to get harder. Things are going to become, there's going to be some rocky roads ahead. So I just want to prepare you guys, let you guys know, about the consumption that you guys do, how to calculate that consumption, and how to beat it, how to make it work for you. And realize that, in the food choices and what we spend on food, that could be a couple trips during the year. But let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to let's go ahead and actually I want to make sure I have enough resources. And let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so you guys can get a visual on all this. Do I want, let me see here, your entire screen? Why not? Or application window. Well, let's just freeze do that one. Entire screen. Screen one. Okay. So let's do that. Make it bigger. Not be weird. Okay. All right. So I figure I could have ran through a whole bunch of different scenarios and things of that nature, um, and did it that way. But I think this is going to be the best way to do it because we all want to see how this practically works. And I think a lot of people will be able to relate to it on this level. So, as you can see, I have this Google Doc here. And this doc will, let's see here. So, you know what? I'm going to close that. That way I can keep my resources. And I probably don't need Facebook open. So, let's close that. That takes resources. Okay. All right. So, let's take a look at this. And I got my handy dandy calculator off screen. But let's take a look at this. So the question is, how much do we really spend on food? I decided to go into my banking statements because I usually use my cards to purchase food. Rarely do I use cash anymore. Um, this is a conscious effort because I feel that it is um, it's something that needs to be done because it helps me better track my consumption. We all, make a certain amount of money and we all consume a certain amount, right? Without even thinking. How much when we get that Starbucks, when we go to that Dunkin' Donuts, when we, get that snack from the vending machine, when we go to the store, when we go do this, we don't really calculate at the time or at the moment what it's all, you know, accruing to. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and use my own bank statements. And I've copied all of these down for the first 2 months here of 2020. So I've got January 2020, and I've got February 2020. And these are the foods that I bought. Now, these are just the fast food or restaurant joints that I went to, as well as grocery stores. This I don't snack, and I don't, buy drinks and stuff like that. I don't go to Starbucks, coffee, or anything like that. I don't do any of that. I don't snack. I don't drink, and I don't really eat breakfast. So this is just what I particularly do throughout my days or throughout the month. And of course, I at work, I do purchase, like, half off salads at work from the salad bar. So whatever numbers I come up with, you can almost extrapolate them and do this by yourself. I'm going to give you the formula to be able to do this by yourself and get a true number of how much you consume. But this is just me. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't snack. I don't eat breakfast. And, um, I don't. So my numbers are going to be different from your numbers, but the process and the formula is the same. So let's make sure we're looking at that for what it is, right? All right. So let's take a look at January, right? We have, and these are all the things on my bank statement. So let's do some calculations here. All right. So in the month of January, went to Publix, spent $11.56. Went to Mickey D's, spent $11.14. Went to Wingstop, spent $25.84. Went to Kay's Kitchen, very good restaurant, by the way. Chicago style fried chicken and fish, very good. I just like them so much. I probably shouldn't plug them like that, but they're good. Um, Taco Bell, spent $8.98. Wawa, probably got some sort of sandwich or maybe a smoothie from there. Let's see, McDonald's again. Wendy's, $6.95. It's probably that biggie bag. Shout out to the biggie bag though. McDonald's again, $5.70. All right, Sam's Club, $80. Now, all that probably wasn't food, but I'll give it and say maybe it was. Maybe I was trying to meal prep. I don't know. Fresh Market, great grocery store. Everything's fresh and organic. I love it. 33.40, and that's pretty good. Getting out of Fresh Market spending 33.40, that is pretty good. All right. Winn-Dixie. Okay. Spent 18.08. That's not right. 1808. Damn, I want to get these right. 1808. McDonald's at $7.27. And then we got Publix at $12.91 plus 7.76. All right. So for the month of January, this is how much I spent in fast food and groceries. $272.82 for the month of January. So, depending on how much you get paid, let's say you get paid, I don't know, a month, let's say you take home $2,000, you spent $272 on fast food. Okay. So, I mean, that's not too bad, but it can get worse, as you're about to see. So for the month of January, spent $272.82. Now let's go to February. February is a lot worse. It's a lot worse. All right. So we had Culver's, $18.05. Bravo Supermarket, you get your little Spanish plate. They're good. Chick-fil-A, you already know about Chick-fil-A. And Wendy's, of course, $12.70. Wicked Barbecue, it was all right. Definitely wasn't worth $17.36. I'm a bit mad about that. But those food trucks be taxing. Blaze Pizza, very, very good. I think LeBron James owns a few of those. Cheddar's is good. 27.26 was not bad. Taco de Ora. Now this little food truck, they got one on Bears and they got one in Wesley Chapel. They are really good. If you can get like a whole burrito and like 2 supreme tacos for about that much. Yeah, that's about it. You got Publix, $15.41. $10.15 at PDQ. More Taco de Ora, $16.65. That may have been a steak burrito that day. Small cakes, really good, like cupcake shop. Was not feeling the best on that day, and that cupcake did cheer me up. Don't use food as a crutch. Tara's Roti. Now, probably shouldn't have spent as much as I did, but it was my first time there, and it was very good. I got I got some. What is it called? That sea moss. I got this bitter drink, and I got a sorrel. I got a jerk patty, and I got a roti. I did not need that much food. I didn't know it was going to be that much food, but it was so good. Definitely Tara's Roti off of Bruce B. Downs by Busch Gardens. Yeah, that's legit. Pastry and chat, it's okay. I mean, it's like they're open late. They're one of the Indian joints that are open late, but they have a very limited menu. But the food was good. Walk-ons now, yeah, there was some tricking going on here. So I mean, I have to take that out. IHOP, that's about as much you're gonna pay at IHOP. Let's be real. Wendy's, that was that biggie bag. If it's that 675, it's that biggie bag. 4.37. Wawa. Publix 3.84. Now, when did I go to Publix and only spend that much money? 33, 32. And then Sam's Club, $7.47. Right. All right. So the month of February, I spent $351.21. So if we look at this, I consumed way more, but I did go out a lot more in the month of February. It was a birthday month. Okay. Okay. Um, but yeah, that's how much I particularly spend uh, in a given month. And this is before I made a lot of. This is after I made a lot of changes in my life. Like I said, I don't eat breakfast and I don't snack. Right. So, and I don't, buy drinks, Starbucks, coffee, stuff like that. Go out for ice cream. All those things I don't do. Um, and I still spend about that much. So you can imagine if you're someone that does indulge in those little things or, going to get those things or having 3 square meals a day. Wow, that was weird. 3 square meals a day. You can see how that number is a lot higher. And like I said, best way to go about it, go on, use your cards for all your food, your debit card or whatever, credit card, whatever you want to use, and then go ahead and look at your bank statements online, copy and paste. You don't even have to do the date, just the place where you bought it from and the how much you spent, and then do that over a course of a month or 2 months, and then calculate it all together, and that's how much you've spent in food. Um, and this isn't counting cash. I mean, I don't use cash for food really, so this is a pretty accurate picture. So you can get your accurate picture by doing that, going online, looking at your statements, and seeing how much you've spent in food. Now, for me, I'm going to show you guys how to save most of that money. So I'm going to show you guys a way to save. I'm going to show you, let's see here. I think I can provide you guys with ways to create a week's worth of meals for under 20 bucks. Okay. Under 20 bucks. So altogether, you'll be spending 80 bucks, maybe, if that. 80 bucks to 90 bucks a month for food. So if I can show you guys a way to spend 80 to 90 bucks for food, breaking down to about 20 bucks to a little bit over 25 or a little bit under 25 bucks a week, you're going to be saving considerable amount of money. I mean, I certainly will. Um, a huge amount, really. Over 100%, over 2 to 300% in savings that you can use to put in other areas of your life or just put, in the bank for a rainy day. But those are the accurate numbers that I have so far. So let's take a look at this. As you can see, you can utilize a lot of different things. There's a website called Freebies. I know everyone loves blizzards, right? So you can sign up for this website. They send eight up to 8 new freebies in your inbox every day. That's a good way to save money. They got free printable coupons for things that you use. You're gonna need Tide. Like I say, probably shouldn't snack, but there you go. Hit that Target, Starbucks, Qdobo, Subway, a whole bunch of other things. So it's a decent website. You can join like contests, and if you do the contest, as you can see, you can win things like popcorn maker, which would be pretty tight. I would like a popcorn. I don't even eat popcorn like that, but I would probably like that popcorn maker. Why am I doing this? I shouldn't be looking at food. And by the way, I started a 5-day fast, so I'm on day 1. So maybe let's try to hurry this up. I don't want to be looking at food. All right. So my friend was asking me, or I was mentioning to my friend that you could certainly create meals for a week under 20 bucks. And she was like, What? How do you do that? I'd love to see someone do that. So I put it off for like a week or two. I'm like, I've been busy with stuff. But the other day, I decided to sit down. I was watching something, and I wrote down a list. So let's look at Sam's Club. Um, that is Sam's Club's. Let me see here. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give it the whole screen. So what I did was, let's go here. All right, so this is my Sam's Club sample meals for a week under $25. I made 6 different options, right? So let's take a look here. You have Sam's Club meal prep for $20 and under. So Sam's Club this week in their website, and you can see this now. These are all up to date. Let's say you wanted a full balanced meal, you could do it for under 20 bucks. So they have chicken breast, skinless, boneless, if you're into that, for 178 per pound. So you get 2 to 3 pounds. That's how much the package is. You got ground beef at $10.99 for like, I think it's a pound, a couple pounds or something. Spring mix, a salad for $3.25, huge container too. Fruit, a big old bushel of strawberries for $4.95. Big decent bag of apples for $5, $4.99. A big bag of oranges for $5.63. Vegetables, you can get a bag of broccoli for $3.24. Cauliflower, you can get a head of cauliflower for $2.99. And if you have a cheese grater, that's how you make cauliflower rice. So you're already, doing the most. Vegetable medley for $4.98, sweet mini peppers for $3.68, organic brown rice for $8.99, or white basmati for $4.99, and then potatoes, a sack of potatoes for $5.42. So let's break this down. So let's say you want meal option 1. This is for a week. For a week, you spent, like I said, a $3 package or 3-pound package of chicken breast, $5.38. That's what you're spending. $3.25 for that spring mix. So it's just a huge container of spring mix. That's your salad. So your salad base. You have your chicken breast. We know you guys got basic seasonings at home, so you don't even have to spend money on that. You get you some strawberries too, for $4.95, and then you got potatoes. So all of that, you get a week's worth of meals. You can certainly probably, depending on how you do the chicken breast, if it's a decent sized package, what I like to do, I like to go ahead and take the chicken breasts, slice them in half, and then pound them, flatten them into fillets. Or, yeah, I think it's called fillets. And you can definitely stretch out the chicken. I feel like you're getting a good amount of chicken as well by cutting them and filleting them. So you could have a good piece of protein with every single meal for that week. So let's say if you did this for dinner, and there'll probably be some left over for lunch, but you can do it for dinner, right? You got that. You got the spring mix. That'll definitely last you a week, depending on how much you eat. Um, I mean, definitely will be able to last you a week, and it keeps very well as well. So you don't got to worry about that. If you need something sweet, you got strawberries. I know you mugs got sugar. I don't know why you put sugar on a strawberry, but even if you just eat strawberries alone, that could be your little snack during the day or for your dessert, whatever you want to do. You eating good if you're one of those people that like to snack. And then you got potatoes. Potatoes go a long way. You can make mashed potatoes. You can roast the potatoes, make baked potatoes. You can do a lot of things with potatoes. You can make fries out of it. I mean, there's so many things you can do with all of these meals. These are what I would like to call base items. And you can do a lot with them. And that's $19. So for $19, you've got meals for days, at least a week, depending on how much you eat. And that's definitely a week's worth of food. And you've only spent 19 bucks versus spending, let's say, if you eat 3 meals a day and you purchase all of them, then any given day, hold on, let's see here. Did I write it down? So, okay. So, yeah, here's the breakdown. I'm like, each of these is enough to make dinner and some lunches for a week. If you spend, let's say, and this is very conservative estimates, but let's say you spend $5 on lunch every day, $8 on dinner. Like I said, I don't eat breakfast, but let's just go with this right now, and then you can imagine adding this formula and seeing how much you really spend in a given day. But $5 on lunch, $8 on dinner. You skip breakfast. That's $13 a day for 7 days. Conservative estimate. $13 times 7, $13 a day. That's $91 a week. So imagine if you bought snacks and had breakfast, you'd spend well over $120 a week on food alone. That's a savings of over 1,000%. Imagine what you could do with an extra $400 a week in food. Or maybe I meant month. I think I meant month. It's probably a month. Right. So think about that. That's $120 a week in food. So I'm offering you an alternative where you're paying no more than 19 bucks a week. And let's say you did want to eat breakfast as well. There's a way you can meal prep breakfast for maybe 10 to maybe 10 to 12 bucks a week. So really, that's only what, 32 bucks a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's pretty good versus $120. Let's look at meal option 2. You keep the chicken breast. You go ahead, you opt to buy the big old thing of rice that you get from Sam's Club. It's industrial size. That's rice for like more than a week. That's more when you're buying $5 worth of rice at Sam's Club. That's like a month's supply of rice for $4.99 or more. You get broccoli for $3.24. You can roast that broccoli, you can steam it, whatever you want. And if you need something sweet, you go ahead and get you the bag of oranges. And that's $19.24 for a regular rice, if you want to keep with the regular rice. That's a good balanced meal right there for a week. Or if you want to go ahead and do the cauliflower rice, that cauliflower rice, as we know, is $2.99 versus the white basmati, which is $4.99. So you're actually spending $17.24 a week for all your dinners and some, if not most of your lunches. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. And like I say, you guys got seasonings at home. You can make it taste however you want. You're still saving dough versus spending, like we said, $120 minimum a week in food. Meal option 3, $10.99. Let's say you want to go ground turkey. Let's say you want some potatoes. You can do, like I said, you can do whatever you want with potatoes, right? Now, this one's very base too, because this is $21.20, but it's still close. You get apples. And like I said, the versatility of the potatoes and the versatility of the ground turkey, you can do a lot with it. Make you like a little shepherd's pie type deal. If you got some leftover gravy in the fridge or in the pantry that you're not cooking. I mean, you got, Salisbury steak, however you want to do it. There's options. Option 4, let's say you're trying to go with the chicken, right? And you got some rice too for the $4.99. And you say you want to get you a carton of 18 eggs for $6.99. Or maybe it's 24. 18 or 24 eggs at Sam's Club For $6.99, you can't beat that. So that can turn into breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there with that many eggs. And that's only 17.36 a week. So you can, as you can see, this is really getting into something. Like I said, you've got flour at home, you've got, all these other condiment and base items as well, seasonings at home. You're good. Meal five, let's say you want to be a little flashy. You can get some Angus chuck steak. There we go. Chuck steak. It's 3.78 per pound. You get 3 pounds, that's 11.74. Get you a bag of potatoes. Get you mushrooms for 2.99. Right now, that is dinner and a few lunches if you want. $20 and 15 cents. You have a steak and potatoes. You saute those mushrooms up real good. You roast those potatoes, or you have mashed potatoes or pommes frites, fries. I mean, you're really doing something with it. You're not compromising flavor or anything. Let's take a look at meal option six. You want to stick with the steak, but this time you want to do rice and peppers. Boom, saute those peppers. Make you some rice. Get you some steak. Now you having steak fried rice with peppers. And if you really want to make it even more healthy and even less expensive, get that cauliflower rice. Saute those peppers in with your salt, pepper. I know you got some butter. I mean, you're really doing something with this Angus steak. I'm trying to tell y'all. $18.41 for dinners and lunches. As you can see, or any combination of these, all you have to do, and look, even here, you can see how you can make the spring mix your vegetable base. If you're trying to get good balanced meals, you can make your spring mix your vegetable base and save even more money out of these. These can go even cheaper. So again, this is a Sam's Club sample meals for a week under $25 that I did. So all you do is go to the website, you find the Sam's Club in your area, shop by department, go to grocery. I say go to, let's go fresh food, because that's how I feel about it. I don't eat anything that is center store. That's a good practice too. If you're always trying to stay healthy, you should always eat things in the fresh departments and kind of stay away from the center store. It's a good way to stay healthy and not get all those excess sodium and all those other biohydroxycholinate and all that stuff. All that stuff is in those foods that need heavy preservatives, but fresh foods don't need those many preservatives. But anyway, you go there. Let's say you eat meat. Go ahead, check it out. Find what you like. You get hot dogs if you want. Let's say these have preservatives, tons of them. I say stay away from that. Let's say you're into seafood. Now, this seafood is always going to be more expensive, so it is going to be harder to stay within that $20 range. So if I ever find some cheaper seafood, I'll let you guys know. You can always go to meat markets as well, and seafood markets, to get a good deal. You hit up beef. You say, man, I'm trying to do this. Woo, woo, woo. Boom. So you look here, you be like, that's gonna be a bit $7.48 a pound. That's cool. That's right. Let's just go here, $0 to $10 right here. All right, so you've got, let's see here. That's a lot of burger for $3.17. That's not bad. Angus sirloin tip roast. And remember, the good thing, you're seeing these prices for this. The good thing about going to meat markets and even meat departments is they can break packages for you. The amount that they put out is just what they put out, but you can always ask them to break down a package. And if you need like two or three of these, you can get that. You can eat good for the cheap. You just got to know what your options are, right? So this is 326 a pound. This is Angus beef eye of round steak. So maybe you don't need all of these, right? 326 a pound, average price is 16.30. Get rid of those four, right? There's 7 days in a week. Say, yo, I need seven of these. Boom. You're gonna definitely cut that price down tremendously. Maybe you're only paying like, $10 or a little less than $10 for seven of these pieces. And you're good, right? You just got to find what works for you. This Angus beef bottom round, that's good. Steak is very versatile. 288 a pound. So say, hey, these are pretty big. Maybe you only need four of them instead of eight or whatever. They can break it down for you. All right. Angus skirt steak, inner skirt. This is great steak right here. 524 a pound. Two pieces. These are pretty big. They're pretty long. Maybe you only need one, or maybe you want both. They can break it down. So that's something you should keep an eye on and definitely think about. But yeah, that's what you do. Just go to different various departments and look at what you want. Remember, I don't I don't particularly eat carbs, but if you're into like starchy carbs, if just set your meal around meat, if you eat meat, vegetable, and if you want carbs, a rice or a potato or a starchy vegetable, plantain, or you can make tostones out of that or maduros, either one. Those are pretty good. So meat, vegetable, and starch, and that'll get you through your week. So you got your meat, then you go down to your produce, boom, get your fruit or your vegetable, and then bulk foods, or you can just type in rice or potatoes. You're good, right? And you can do that with Walmart as well. Walmart may actually have a bit more versatility than Sam's Club, you know. So that's stuff you should definitely look at and look for. Um, you should definitely be able to make something up here pretty good with Walmart. Like I said, it's the same as anything. Fresh departments are where you want to go. Meat, produce. You want to stay away from the center departments, and you can find something. Same goes for Aldi's. Aldi's is really good. Aldi's is good because look at this. You got Aldi's. You may be able to actually indulge in some fish. You may be able to indulge in some fish with Aldi's because you're looking at this. I wouldn't eat tilapia. I wouldn't do that. Tilapia is probably one of the worst. Farm raised tilapia, probably one of the worst fish you can have. Tons of parasites. Look at this, $4.99 for a package of shrimp. So remember, you take you some shrimp, get you some rice. If you need fruit, you can have fruit. If you don't eat fruit, you know you can make something happen with this. So at Aldi's, if you go shop at Aldi's, you can most certainly add fish to that base diet. Look at this, 49 cents for avocados. You winning now per 1 pound bag of asparagus. Come on, come on, come on. Look at this. 49 cents for chicken leg quarters. Are you kidding me? Sold in a 10-pound bag for $4.90. Think about 10 pounds of chicken leg quarters. You know how many lunches and dinners that is? All these might be the spot. They got great produce choices. Look at that. That spring mix for $4.19. They probably doing the same thing. Is that cheaper than Sam's Club? Sam's Club spring mix is no, it's Sam's Club is always gonna have them beat. But that's pretty good for all these. All these might be the spot. I'm telling y'all. Look at that. 79 cents for Season's Choice mixed vegetables and cut green beans. 79 cents each. All these is the spot. If you don't have a Sam's Club membership, go to all these. you will be able to eat good. And if you're a single person, this is like family meals. I'm talking. If you're a single person, you can definitely stretch this stuff out and save mad money. Mad money. Doesn't that look good? Got some kale, egg, avocado, probably some quinoa, cauliflower vegetable medley. I mean, that looks good. That looks good. Oh, is that a waffle maker? How much is that waffle maker? I've been wanting a waffle maker. But yeah, hit up Aldi's. Aldi's got them good, fresh, organic foods. $1.99. What? Hold on. What is this? Corned beef points. Well, St. Patrick's Day's coming up. Get your corned beef on. Get you some cabbage. You're gonna be eating good. Look at that quinoa, 175 for some quinoa. Uh, man, I didn't know all these had it like this. So yeah, as you can see, all these winn-dixie, 3 for $5. Mad strawberries, buy one get one, all natural. Uh, chicken drumsticks or thighs. You save up to $2.29 per pound. Top, well, maybe stay away from that. That may be a bit much, a lot of money. But look at that. Tuna steaks, Alaskan tuna steaks. Pork chops, $2.99 a pound if you eat pork. Angus choice boneless cube steak. You're doing something right now. Look at that. Hormel side items. There is a way to eat good all week for the low. You don't gotta be like how I was and how you guys are, spending $272.82 a month, $351 a month. You could spend tops $80 a month and save the rest of that money. Think about that. $80 a month and save the rest of that money. How much money are you saving? Let's say if I'm able to spend 80, let's go 90. We'll go $90 a month. You got 351, 21 minus 90. That's an extra saved 261. 21. And then you go ahead and that's 272.82. 272.82 minus 90. You got 182 saved. 182 saved. So think about that. In 2 months, you have an extra $182 that just comes out of nowhere from better food choices. And it's not like you're eating the same thing every single day because you can season it all differently. Seasonings are what really make the food and the quality. So imagine what you can do with an extra $182 a month. You can put some more money towards your student loan or put it directly in savings or invest it somewhere else. You got 261.21, right? For the month of February. That is a lot of money. That's gas. That is an extra outfit if you like to go shopping. That's an extra investment. That's an extra, cushion in your savings. Most Americans, I think it's like 95% of Americans or like 75% of Americans don't have $500 in case of emergency. Just by doing this with your food alone, you're already making up so much more money and providing yourself with a cushion. So I guess that's the big point that I wanted to get across. Definitely a lot of different options out here to save money and know how much you're really spending in food. Let me know in the comments if you really like the video on the stream. Like I said, do this yourself. Remember, go on your banking website, take a look at your bank statements for a month, Write down or make a doc with all the food places that you went and spent money on, food and drinks included. I drink water, so that's why a lot of this is cheaper. Take a look at how much you spent. Like I say, use these meal sample things. Try to compose a meal under 20 bucks, under 20 to 25 bucks. Try to stick under 20. And you, like I say, you got most base seasoning items and condiments. And then go ahead and extrapolate that. Extrapolate it and realize how much you're saving a month if you just switch it up just a little bit. And besides, the food's always going to taste better when you cook it. It's going to be fresher. It's going to be better. You know exactly what you're putting into the food. So you don't got to worry about all that extra stuff. You'll lose weight. You'll feel better. You'll have more money. It's just an all around better proposition. Those are the benefits. Again, this is Real Talk, Real People. Context is everything. And this has been how much do you really spend on food and how to save some of it. Keep it real, everyone. Peace.